Thomas's branch line takes him past an old abandoned quarry. The quarry contains a number of caves, and sometimes when he chuffs past he sees cavers disappearing underground into impossibly tight holes. And when he sees them come back out of the caves, they're always covered in mud. Thomas thinks cavers are silly. He doesn't understand the attraction of going underground. He doesn't even like going through the tunnels on his line. He says they're dark, musty, dirty and damp. Thomas much prefers being out in the sunshine and keeping his paintwork shiny. One misty day, when he passed the quarry, he could hear the faint sound of a fire engine bell clanging. He heard his driver say to his fireman, "Uh-oh, it looks like a caver needs rescuing." This confirmed Thomas's opinion that caving was not only dangerous, it was also very silly. The caver had had a nasty fall, and as the quarry was both a long way from the nearest road and also a very long way from the nearest hospital, Harold was asked to take the caver to hospital. As he took off, Harold said to his pilot, "Look at me, I'm an air ambulance." But as Harold approached the quarry, the mist became thicker and thicker. Harold's pilot said, "I'm afraid that it's far too dangerous for us to land in this fog, but an ambulance can't get within a mile of the quarry. I really don't know how they're going to get the injured caver to hospital." Harold racked his brain. Then suddenly he had an idea. "Thomas could do it," he exclaimed. "His line goes right past the quarry." "What a great idea," his pilot replied. "I'll get onto the radio right away." When Thomas arrived at the next station, the Fat Controller was waiting for him. "Thomas, can you quickly run around Annie and Clarabelle and return to the quarry and take the injured caver to hospital?" "Right away, sir." Without hesitation, he set off at great speed. A short while later he arrived at the quarry and the fireman loaded the stretcher into Annie. With a short toot from his whistle, Thomas raced off to the hospital. Several weeks later, Thomas was waiting at Birdlip Junction when a man on crutches limped up to him and smiled. It was the caver he had rescued. "Thanks, Thomas, you really got me to hospital quickly and safely, and now I'm well on the road to recovery. I've told the Fat Controller what a great engine you are." Thomas glowed with pride. "Thanks, I only did what any useful engine would do. After your experience, I don't suppose you'll ever go caving again." "Oh yes, I will. As soon as I can get rid of these, I'll be back underground. I can't wait." Thomas shook his head. He'd never understand cavers, and he really did wish that he didn't have to go through tunnels.